everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been subscribed for a while. I'm Mand. So today, you probably can tell by the thumbnail and the title of this that I am talking about some of my spooky Halloween autumn decks. Now I have, from what I've counted, I think I have 12, so I've split it into my tarot and my oracle decks. And these are ones, I suppose this is kind of like an all-in-one. It's like the ones I'm going to use hopefully this season, and also kind of maybe to give you ideas on if you're looking for decks for the spooky season. For me, like, technically I suppose Halloween like starts now, but you know, I know obviously it's not till like the 31st of October, but it is autumn. Technically, the weather is a little bit whack here in Ireland. It was like raining, and then it's sunny, and then it's warm, and it's just, there's a whole lot going on. So this is probably going to be a bit of a long one. Okay, hello. Grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's get into talking about the decks that I have here in front of me today. First thing I'm going to talk about here is the tarot, and then I will talk about the oracle after. So the first one, I'm super excited. I think everybody has this, but I only have like the little tin version. I'm eager to get my hands on like the bigger version, and I think I found it on Amazon. I got you. But this is the Halloween tarot by Kipling West, and this is adorable. I mean, it's all things spooky. You get your little white book. I mean, this tin is so cute. It's so cute. The cards are so dainty. Look at that, with the little orange backs. But this is just ideal for the spooky season. And it has like little ghosties and black cats. And it follows Rider-Waite-Smith. It's published by US Games. And look at that, she hurts. Little bats and pumpkins, and it's all things, you know, spooky, scary skeletons. It's just, it's adorable. I mean, really, you don't have to use this at Halloween, but it is a great time to pull it out, especially in autumn and stuff. So that is that deck that I'm looking forward to. I haven't really used a whole pile. I'm losing cards here now. But I find this the size is ideal because I kind of have smallish hands, and any bigger decks tend to be a pain to shuffle. So the next one, I don't even know where to start. It's not like I tried to condense it down because I didn't want to do too many, because I was like, the reality of me working with all these decks would be just, it's not feasible. It wouldn't be possible. Is the Jack-o'-lantern. The Jack-o'-lantern tarot by, I don't know who it's by. It's Lo Scarabeo anyway. It's in the cute little tuck box. I think I had to sellotape the bottom of mine, if I remember correctly, or glue it or something, because it had just peeled open. And I don't really like tuck boxes, solely for the reason is they get completely bashed. But this comes with the little white book again, which is fine. That's not a problem. I prefer a good juicy chunky guidebook personally myself, but you know, this does follow the Rider-Waite-Smith. So I always believe if you have like the big tarot guidebook, you'll be fine. Look at the backs. Now they're not reversible if you read reverse. I don't. I just read upright. That's just personally my own opinion, but I'm trying to get this right because it's not matte, but it's not glossy. And this is like little pumpkins, and look at the skull. This is like, they have a lot of detail. There's a lot of detail in these cards, and again, it follows pretty much traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, but it's like pumpkins and skeletons and okay, that's kind of giving me Deviant Moon vibes. I don't have that tarot deck. I think it just terrifies me. I don't know why. I just don't. I just don't have it. Maybe one day I might like look at the the skeletons, and there's so much detail in these, and I am looking forward to diving into this deck. Like, look at this. I love pumpkins. Pumpkins are just so cute. I'm just going to set this over. Please don't fall. Next one is, I've talked about this in a couple of videos, but okay, so I have only 2 independent decks here, so the rest are like mass market, so they're easily bought. You can easily get them. Is the Bootaro. Oh my god, I cannot stop gushing about this. This gives me like little ghosty Harry Potter vibes. It's just, I love it. I love it. It's so cute. You have a guidebook. It's in English and in French, so you can flip it around, and like, look at the inside of this box. Now, not that packaging is the be all and end all, but I love good packaging. I love good packaging. It's a thing for me. Look at the backs, and they're holographic. Is that the word? Like, look. I can't. And then you have these 3 cards, which I'm sure you've all seen. You know, they have the one like phrase. I love this deck. It just gives me all the feels. Like, look at the first one. It's the devil. How I couldn't even see that, but like, and the majors. Then I don't know. Can you see? If I go up close, they're kind of holographic as well, but just the little major ghosties. So they are, okay, what are you doing? My little ghosties are playing tricks on me. But like, they're so cute. It's so cute. I really feel it's like this inner child, this happy, but even if it is kind of tough, it's kind of a much more gentler way of giving you the message. And like, boo, I can't. Okay, I'm sorry, but this is just, it's worth every penny. It is worth every penny that I spent on it. I have no regrets. Look, it's just, yeah. It's like, how can you not? Okay, I'm gonna like sit here for the rest of the day just admiring these cards. They're so cute. Okay, look, the Empress, and they kind of have this like textured feel as well. The I love the chariot with the little bat. It's just the characters here. They're so cute. It's just, oh my god, like, I just, like, look at the little knight. And their little bones, and like little pumpkins, and they're all ghosties. Look, they have all 3. Bone, ghosty, pumpkins. I mean, honestly, I'm like, look at this, the world. It's pumpkin spice, everything nice. Here, I'll go up a bit closer. See, you can see kind of the glittery. It's so stinking cute. It's so cute. If you don't have it, go buy it. If you can get your hands on it, it's so stinking cute. So the next one, I need to take a water break 1 second. The next one is the Dark Mansion Tarot, and I think I've talked about this a few times. I love this. This gives me real Tim Burton vibes. It's by, oh, I never said who the Bootaro was by. It's Celine. No, it's not Celine. I'm not even going to try because I'm going to butcher your lovely name, and we're not going to do that. So this is the Dark Mansion Tarot. I love the feel of these cards. I don't know, does everybody? I do. I like that velvet, or is it rose petal feel? Is that what they call it? I don't know. I'm here for it. I love it. I'm getting excited now. So this is gilded or edged black, but black edging is a difficult one to keep intact, I think, because they do chip. They chip and they wear way over time. But these are the backs. These are the ones I picked. You can get one with like a brown back in a jewel or something. But I love these. I seen this on Charmed Intuition. I love her channel, and she does like pick cards and charm readings and things like that. And she had this deck, and I was like, I love this deck. I need this deck. So there's no guidebook with this, but it follows the Rider-Waite-Smith. So, you know, you could read this very intuitively as well. But it just gives me that Tim Burton feel. It's really Halloween. It's like so Halloween. I use this all year round. It's not a deck that I just keep for Halloween. But I don't tend to bring it out as much because it is an indie deck. So I am kind of like a bit slower using them, which is silly because you should be able to use your tarot deck. And here, I'll just kind of take it. Like, does that not give you kind of Jack Skellington vibes? Even though there is a Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. I have it. I didn't bring it out because I feel like, you know, maybe everyone has mentioned it. And it's probably a deck I'm not going to use because I like that one and the Disney Villain one. And then I got the Alice in Wonderland. If you see my walkthrough, you will know. I'm just not impressed, and I'm just not going to spend my money on any more of them decks. I was tempted, I'm not going to lie, by the Hocus Pocus one. But I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So that's the Dark Mansion Tarot. The next one, I only need 2 more tarot decks to talk about. I'm sure I have more, but these are the ones that I'm kind of really leaning towards working with. The one I am working with this week is Tarot of the Abyss, or the Tarot of the Abyss, or something like that. I was just too lazy, to be honest. By the time I had all these gathered and moved decks, I just couldn't bother trying to get it out. So the next one, I love this one, is the Zombie Tarot. I think everyone has talked about this on Tarot too, and I love this. I think this is it's the same person that made the oh my god, the Housewives Tarot. I have that deck as well, and I'm definitely going to work with it. But I absolutely love this. I mean, look, these little bullets, and it has a lovely guidebook, and you know, just plain simple little meanings, nothing too over. But please don't let it be the fact that it's a zombie tarot to stop you from getting it, because it's like, oh, you know, it's too gimmicky. It's not. It's actually a really good reader. I couldn't believe it, because when I seen it, like, I don't know where I seen it first. They're the backs. I like the backs. I don't mind it. I do wish they didn't have zombie tarot on the back of it, but like, that's not a deal breaker for me. I'm not adventurous enough to edge the side of my decks, but I've seen some people do it and it looks amazing. But these are so good. They're just zombies, and they're trying to live regular lives, and the humans are trying to live with them, and it tells a whole story. But they it's really good. It gives me that like 1950s, 1960s vibes, and or even like 1940s, really, wouldn't that? You see, you know. So I think the only suit that has been changed is the Pentacles, is it? I think that's Hazards. But it is not a gimmick deck. There's not I love this Queen of Cups. Like, she's here chilling on the beach, eating a brain, having her snacks, and she's just living her best life. Okay, she's just, yeah, you know, it's just, I love the Devil. And like, it's definitely a deck, the more you look at, the more you definitely will pick up, you know. Don't be definitely think, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of like walkthroughs and whatnot of this deck, but I'm excited to crack this out. I haven't played around with this in a while. Oh, look at this little page of hazards. It's just a baby zombie collecting or no, dropping off newspapers, but he's also handcuffed to the mailbox. So I'm not sure how much the little creator is going to get delivered, but you know, I don't know why that's upside down, but like even look at the six of cups. I mean, even though they're complete total opposites, there's still that little affection. Anyway, right, we're not dissecting this. We're not deep diving. I wouldn't be the best at doing those videos, but that is the Zombie Tarot, and I'm looking forward to working with this. I'm not sure who created this. I should have read the guidebook. Oh, here. The instructions are by Stacey Graham, and the cards are illustrated by Paul Keppel and Ralph Geroni, and it's Quirk Books. Yeah, Quirk Productions. So that is the Zombie Tarot. And last but certainly not least is the Darkwood Tarot by Sasha Graham. And the art is by Abigail Larson. And this is a Llewellyn. If anybody has Llewellyn decks, you'll know that a good chunk of them, sorry, it's catching the light, that they come with these, they come in these big boxes, and they have the clip. And this is just majestic. Absolutely stunning. The guidebook in this, oh my gosh, it is a book. It's not even just a guidebook, it is a book. It's all illustrated. It's a wonderful read. It is glossy, so these are always, let's do some minors here for you. And it is just stunning. And then, so it is a chunky guidebook. It is well worth getting, and then your deck sits in, oh please let me be able to show this without dropping everything, sits in here, and then you have your little ribbon. And look, if you have Llewellyn deck, most of them kind of come like this anyway, don't they? I'm running out of space and I have a big desk here, so I'm just going to move this aside. The backs are nothing to get excited about. They do give me kind of that dark mansion vibe though. 1 second, let me move out of the way. Okay. I've seen people edge these and they look stunning. They're so, so pretty. Again, I wish I was that adventurous, but I am not. But I'm excited to work with this 1 second. Now, this is, it gives me like Little Red Riding Hood vibes, fantasy. You know, I actually started reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, but I'm on the second book, so it's A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. And do you know what? I'm getting that kind of vibe off this. That's because it's based in like the Fae world, and this just gives me that vibe, even though I have to admit, fairy decks or anything like that it just wouldn't be my thing. I do tend to like the darker decks, but hold on, let's go. It is a much darker deck. Ooh, that's very dark. But this isn't just a shadow deck. The cards are quite small, as you probably can tell. They're quite small, but if you have small hands, I do feel these are a great size. It does have a border, but the border like blends in with the picture, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, we're going to get into the Oracle decks next. So we're going to start with the Oracle deck. Oracle decks. I have 2, 4, 6 decks. So, of course, the first one I'm going to work with this here is, or this season, is Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle. This is by Lorraine Anderson and Julia Diaz. And it's Rockpool Publishing. I think everybody at this stage probably has this deck. Nice chunky little guidebook if you're a guidebook person. I love this deck. I have all three that are out. Look at the backs. They are glossy, so you know, if you take videos or take pictures, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but look at that red gilding. I have to say, and I've used this quite a lot, this has held up much better than any black gilding I've ever gotten or have on these decks. So these are the cards, and they are quite dark. Some, not all. I'm trying to see, because I know you can see the reflections. Like if I bring it closer, yeah. And as you can see, there's like a keyword, it's numbered, and then it has like a little blurb underneath as well. And I'm excited to use that. I do think, you know, this is a deck that you're going to have to use the guidebook for. Not always. I love that. Right? It is definitely one of my favorite oracles. But the guidebook is really good because it really goes in depth. Like, let's say for your candle magic, okay? So you get your little blurb, but then you get keywords as well, so which is intentions and prayer. And then you get your little explanation, but then you also have candle color correspondences. And this is just a really good little guidebook, and you know, it's a perfect size, so if you're traveling or anything like that and you want to bring it with you, you can. Next on is Pure Magic by Andreas and Gracia. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm so sorry if that's not how you pronounce it. I do try, but this is another Rockpool. I actually have quite a few Rockpool Publishing ones here. Pure Magic. It is not a spooky deck by no means. I'm just reading back here. It is 36 cards. I do wish they'd have more. I do wish there was more cards, but look. Oh, hello. I'm not going to complain. Again, like the inside of the box is cute. Guidebook, really nice. But there's just something about this deck that makes me want to work with it this season. I don't know why. It's just like, I wouldn't say it had a huge autumn feel about it. Not with the other decks that I'm going to show. But it does and it doesn't. It's definitely not Halloween themed or, you know, like Samhain. It's definitely not. But there's just something about this. So I'm kind of thinking of getting the Anatomy of the Witch Oracle. I think that's a Llewellyn publication, but look at that. I love the way there's like number, so if you see like angel numbers, it's incorporated in it too. So it's a really nice deck. I do like it. Yeah. There's just something about it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using that this season. Next deck is a little bit darker. I'm not gonna lie. It is not a little bit. It is very dark, and sometimes I actually avoid this deck because this, I feel, is a very shadow deck. And this is Magic of You Oracle by Fiona Horn, and again, it's a Rockpool Publishing, and I love the boxes that they felt really feel. And I've had this actually a couple of years. And I remember when I used it, I was like looking at the images going, no, I don't see it, I don't get it. I just kind of left it in my collection. I think this is 36 cards as well, yeah. Excuse me. I do wish, again, it had come with a bit more, but you know, that is the backs, is the key. What it says at the front is unlock your hidden realm. Truth. Where did I get realm for? Am I just adding words here? Oh my gosh, am I just making up things now? 1 second. Right, so because some of the keywords, hold on, let me turn this light off. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better if I don't know, is this better or worse now? It is really, really dark. But there's something about it that I'm like been feeling drawn to with the last while. Like some of the keywords here are like, okay, not epiphany, but some of them kind of, I'm like, It's like, if I bring it up a bit closer, no, because now you can see the screen of my phone. So I'm really sorry. Like, look at that. If I do it this side, oh, maybe if I do it, oh my god, why didn't I think of this? Okay, I'll do, okay, because my camera is here, so maybe you can see it here a bit better. Probably not. Some of the darker ones are going to be a bit harder. I'm really sorry, because I'll try and do another way around, but this is just, there's just something about this deck that gives me that like spooky but in a good way vibe, if that makes sense. Like, I'm actually looking forward to embracing that shadow side, if that makes sense. But I'm going to turn this light back on, so I'll be back. So we're down to the last tree. There was no particular order, by the way. I just have them stacked, so I'm just like going with that. The next one is actually Spellcasting Oracle deck by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Micklejohn Free, and this is a Hay House publication. I don't have any Oracle decks that are indie produced, so well, I suppose my Ireland one would has like a lovely little message on the inside, and then I love these cards. Guidebook, usual, you know, if you've Hay House decks, you know. The backs are stunning. It is definitely one of the prettiest backs. Excuse me, but there's something about these. Like, look at this. Black Cat, Halloween. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But there's just, hello. Okay, all the cards are gonna jump out now. But there's just something about this deck that just gives me that, it's like the higher realms and the earthly realms met, and it was just, you know, it has in one way kind of, I don't want to say starseed vibe, but it's just ethereal, is that the word I'm looking for? It's just like, it's outer worldly, but it's very grounded in that. Like, look at that. 1 second. If I come out now, can you see it? Yeah. Like, she's little cubs. And it's just so cute. And it just gives me the feels. And I just love it. Okay? I don't have, like, that's all you're going to hear. I love this deck. I love this deck. Of course I love my decks. They're in my collection for a reason. But, yeah. There's just, I don't, like, closure. Oh, come back a small bit now, man. Just don't be like inspiration. I love the fact that she's literally just in this back void, okay, and she is reaching out into the unknown, but her solar plexus is illuminated, and it's just, look, I could go into it, but I'm not going to. But you know what I mean? It's just, it taps into that intuitive point in me where I'm just like, yes. I get what you're saying. Whereas with like the Seasons of the Witch, I have to use the guidebook. I just feel that, like, while yes, I'm getting certain intuitive hits, there's just something about that guidebook that I'm just kind of like, yeah, I need to get my claws in it. Next one I wanted to add in, not because it's spooky or anything like that, but it's witchy, and I love the tarot deck. And I didn't want to include the tarot deck because I've done so in the last couple of videos, if I remember correctly, but it's the Everyday Witch by Deborah Blake, and I really, really, really like her decks. This is a Llewellyn publication as well, and I really love it. And the artwork is by Elizabeth Alba, and I just love her art. I really, really do. The guidebook is great in it, and these are really big cards. Oh, I forgot to show the back. But I heard somewhere that I think she's doing a tarot deck on the little black cat that was in the Everyday Witch Tarot. So I don't know how true that is. I'm sorry if you can hear clicking in my chair. But these are beautiful. And they're such clear readers. Like, honestly, you can use the guidebook, but you don't have to use the guidebook. Like, look at the cat with the cat and the crystal ball, and I'm just, I love that. I just, it's so cute. And it just has kind of that whimsical feel. You know the way sometimes you can get nearly too caught up in the dark season, and it's just, it's magical. I love the little kitty here playing with the crystal. Like, that's pretty much my cat, Misty. But she's not, she's kind of, she's like a little ginger patch here as well, and she's so cute. Bold, but she's cute. Okay, guys, we're actually on the last deck, and hopefully I didn't do this too long. Of course, I had to include this. This, like, I think every video I've watched of like autumn decks, or when I'm working with this autumn or this season, is, I'm sorry, let me adjust myself here. The Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I think everybody has this deck at this stage. That is the back. It's a blue angel. I don't need to say any more. I know some people from certain walkthroughs I've seen, or deck collections, or, you know, whatever, have said that they don't like the fact that there's so many skulls in this. And there is a lot of skulls in this deck. But, oh my god, this chair. If anybody can suggest where I can get a new office chair that's not going to break the bank, please let me know. The inside is orange. I love that. I just think, look, I love Stacey DeMarco's decks. I love her Queen of the Moon Oracle. I also have, is it the Divine Animals? What other deck do I have by her? Or are they the only two, and I've been looking at other ones? Probably. But anyway, and I have this one. I can understand where people are coming from, okay? The backs are super, super cute, okay? They're super glossy though, right? But then the fronts aren't, they're far more realistic. Oh gosh, here we go with the light now. And there's the skull, you know what I mean? So there are a lot of skulls, and there's another skull. Personally, while it doesn't bother me, I can understand why some people go, well, you had so many cards, why'd you use so many skulls? But I love this. I've seen some people actually trim the borders off it, and I have to say, it looks really, really stunning. It's so, so pretty. But again, I am so terrified I will botch the deck, and I just don't want to do that. I'm actually thinking about getting, is it the Ghost Tarot, or Ghost and Spirit Tarot, Spirit, whatever. I can't think of the name of it. I'm thinking about getting it, but I'm not sure. Look at the black cat. I love cats. Like, I really do. But I love this deck. And I will be brutally honest, I have not worked with this since last year. So, that is just, that's silly. I shouldn't. Because you know what? A lot of us like this vibe all year round. And I do like this vibe all year round. Why have I not worked with it? Now that I have it out, I'm like, why have I not worked with you more? Why did I only leave you for last year? I just... Anyway, you get the gist of the deck. Like, there's another skull. I don't know, is there like 6 or 8 ones or something like that? The only thing I do find slightly difficult, because I am a hand over hand shuffler, right? So I shuffle mainly like this. I don't really riffle shuffle. I like to, but the cards go everywhere. I'm clumsy, so I wasn't going to do it. These can be quite difficult, so as you can see, I really have to stretch my hands for it. It's not the be all and end all, but I understand if you have issues with your hands, or, you know, shuffling like that, I would nearly suggest trying fan them out and then picking that way. But that's just personally, there's a little tidbit. I think most people know that anyway. So guys, that is my decks that I'm hoping to work with, or like my spooky decks and all that stuff. It's just, it is the season, you know. Let me know in the comments below, what decks are you going to be using this season, or what decks are you hoping to get maybe your hands on. There is one coming out by Barbara Moore, the Trick or Treat Tarot. I am so eager to get that deck. I think it's based on some movies as well, so I'm eager to get my hands on it. But excuse me, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give it a thumbs up if you do like it. Share it if you want. Oh, excuse me, I drank water before this. Now I'm talking too fast. And yes, hit the subscribe if you want to join and you like to talk about decks and all things spiritual and crystals and spirituality. Did I say that? I said that. Hello, Mercury retrograde and the full moon in Pisces. Anyway, and I do pick cards, and yeah, it's just a mix mash of all that kind of stuff. So if you like it, do hit the subscribe, and you're so more than welcome. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world, and I will chat to you all real soon. Bye guys.